We are about to start. This is Robot Nuke. Now let's hear it for the man, the myth and the legend in his own head, Eric Nuke Hudson.
Hey. It is Friday night, day 26. So 27, 28, 29, 34 days left of this challenge. But I prefer to keep this challenge up because next challenge is probably going to involve, of all things, ready for this, ice baths. But you won't be here for that one. So tonight we're going to just go ahead, wrap it up. Last weekend, we already know what the numbers are going to be, but we're going to just go through them, look at them, and then do some reactions to some articles I've read. Okay. So let's just start off with what's going on. So in the last 7 days, we've had 873 new listings, 209 back on market. As we've discussed before, whenever we have back on market, that is normally the house just, the sale fell through. They don't all work out. They may fall through a few times. And that's what actually leads to an issue we have here. Someone's going like, hey, I want to go see this house. It's like, well, I got to go and check to see if it's even available because you don't want to waste that time. And here's the thing, there's too much information available right now. And agents, many of them will not take a house off the market, in other words, put it under contract until they know that it's actually going to stay, because there's so much information. People will go in, they'll go like, oh, this house was under contract twice, so I can offer them less. So that started the whole thing of people not putting it, changing the status in MLS for a bit. And sometimes they may wait several days or may wait until after due diligence, all kinds of stuff, because they don't want people doing that. They're trying to protect their sellers because there's too much information out there. So that number is actually artificially low. It's probably 2-3 times that amount, but because they never came off market, they don't go back on market. So that way, when someone gets cold feet the next day, they ain't got to worry about it. Price decreases, of course, you're always going to have a lot of price decreases because people start too high. Price increases, I always say I never understand that. And I just got a text from an agent from a house I showed a week or two ago. And it was the subject of that one I did on solar, right here on the live stream. And what was going on is they were planning, they were just getting deeper into it. They're going to pay off the solar, but they raised their price. Okay, the price we offered, and we asked them to pay off the solar, was actually a fair price, including the solar. You see, if you go into like Costco and stuff, you know how you were accosted by that dude talking about solar? I told you the story, but so I'm not going to repeat it here. Or should I repeat it since you may not have heard it? Well, anyway, they'll always sit there in a cost and go, well, if you add solar to your house, it adds 4.1% to the value. That's kind of true. They're going by a study that was actually made by Zillow. And Zillow's study showed that, but for only one type of solar. We covered that. And that is owned solar, not owned where you're making payments on it. That adds nothing to your house and all this other stuff. So they're going to pay off the solar, and they've raised the price to like well over what the house. First of all, the price they had was over anyway, over the market. Now they've added even more for the cost of the solar they're going to pay off. That's not how it works. It's like if your air conditioner was to go out and you were to go and put new air conditioning in your house, and it's $15,000 because you got 2 units. You're going from 22 to 410, all this BS, and then they take they go, okay, it cost me $15,000, so I need to raise the price of the house by $15,000. It doesn't work that way. But a lot of people will do that, and then they find out, and you end up with all these price decreases. because they'll raise the price because they did some improvement, and then they have to lower the price. So here's the problem. Certain things are expected inside of a house. And in a desert environment like we have here in Las Vegas, one of the things that's expected inside of that house is air conditioning. So putting those $15,000 air conditioners in is not going to raise the price of your house by 15,000. It's going to keep you from losing 20 or 30, because when people come in, they're going to go like, "Oh, the AC doesn't work. No problem. I'll take 30,000 off." Wait a minute, they cost 15. I'll take 30,000 off for my inconvenience. Same thing with roofs. I just had the roof fixed. I need to add the 10,000 back for that. Your house has to have a roof. I hate to be the one to tell you. It's like saying a wall got knocked down. I put a wall back up. I need to add the price of fixing the wall. You can't do that. I've seen that so many times, and it just doesn't work. Under contract show and no show. So math in public, 1,036 plus this 15 would make it, well, what would that be? Like let's just call it 1,050, which is more than the new listings on the market. So the market is still very strong. 842 sold, 44 expired. People who overprice their homes usually. Temp off market. Some of these are getting, they're trying to fix stuff. They have a family emergency or something. 154 for withdrawn. Most of these people just didn't get what they wanted. Same thing for 50, withdrawn conditional. 51 coming soon. 102. That is a very telling number. It's telling because that is a higher percentage that I normally see over a 7-day period, because it's usually about 10%. So let's kind of see what's coming on market. Let's get away from these multi-millions. Let's just try to look at a single family. So we got this 300,000 coming on market. That may be Las Vegas, because this is the entire MLS here. Okay, so let's just see what the end of the month is going to look like. This is going to be pretty darn close. I'm just going to keep it to the market for now. So we're going to look at what has sold so far this year. I'm sorry, this month. We're at the 99% confidence rate right now. So if we look at, just condos, 1,219. Whoops, got to take that out. 311 have sold. And let's look at the stats on it real quickie here. $250. They're still selling for under the list price, or at least they were 30 days ago. Actually, this is almost 60 days ago when you think about it, because of the lead lag indicators. But people in general are not paying over list price. So you can kind of see the little difference there. Let's go in here and go back. It's the end of the month. Let's go ahead and look at manufactured homes. $250. Huh, that's actually pretty close to a condo. It's actually the same price as a condo. So for the price of a condo, you could have a mobile home or a manufactured home. I'm going to skip single family so I can be surprised here in a second. And let's look at the stats. Oh, ouch. Wait a minute. The stats ain't coming up. The stats ain't statting. Hold on one second here. I'm going to have to now pull up some numbers from last month. Them stats ain't statting. I don't know if you noticed this. Look, this 355. It's probably the Amazon guy. Hold up. Let me pull this up here. Oh my. Let me make sure. March 2024, 465. Oh, it's going to be on because, wait a minute. Something ain't right. I'm looking at townhomes. I feel like an idiot. 55 for townhomes. I just looked at the 55, had a senior moment. Now let's look at single family. Oh, great. This is taking forever. The dog is barking. That better be Amazon dropping off a package. I'm not feeling good. Oh, I'm sorry. You see it? Well, you can't see it, I don't think. It's just spinning. What's going on here? Did I lose internet? Well, I can tell you right now, I lost internet for a second there. And the dog is going crazy, driving me crazy here. Hold on here. Hopefully my viewers come back. I actually have viewers. Okay, I'll continue and hopefully my viewers come back. If you watch this on the replay. Uh, look at this, 465. So we had a last minute reprieve there. And believe it or not, look at that. We are matched. So we're going to show probably in the news when they come in, it's going to be like, hey, they prices stayed the same. So since I'm on this little here, let's go back here. And why is this damn dog only during my live streams does he bark like this? Can't enjoy myself, y'all. I want to go down there and yell at that damn dog. Okay. What's else? We don't have squirrels here in Las Vegas. What is he doing? Okay, 290 against 282.5. So it's going to show that condos and townhomes went up. Single family homes are still the same as the month prior. That was really a last minute jump up there because we had got, I mean, it had been down for most of the month. Now I'm going to bring it down just to Las Vegas, North Las Vegas and Henderson. Let's see what happens. I'm sorry, I just can't think with that daggone dog going here. So let's just keep it here. We're going to put it in Las Vegas, North Las Vegas and Henderson. We look at the same results, see what happens, because remember the MLS is throughout the state, or at least, so 295. So it's even higher than the overall board average. And let's just look at single family houses. We kind of, if you can remember what we've been tracking for most of the month. So it gotten up to about 460. No, 465. So let's go ahead and look at the results. And oh no, my audience is just gone. I actually had people watching. 470. So we are getting really close there to being at the highs again. So we did not actually hit the highs because the highs were 482 and it was roughly about this time. So it doesn't look like we're going to hit the highs again. I was really afraid earlier in the month that we're going to surpass the highs because that really goes into one of these that I was going to react to today. So something from CBS News, they're talking about the cost of buying an American home hits a new high according to Redfin. So of course, houses are more costly than before, and interest rates are high. They're talking about 7.1%. They're actually, hold up. Let's look at the national rate from Mortgage News Daily, the industry source, 7.45%. So this article here is old and it may be full of fallacies. I wonder if people can get back in. It seems like somebody would have jumped back in by now. I got a little story to tell. It's like so I think I was still on terminal, hadn't fully retired yet. I may have retired. I think I had retired. I was invited to a baby shower, and one of the guys in my old squadron, his wife, was a writer for Kiplinger's magazine. Hope I ain't outing anybody because he should have well PCS by now, and she's probably not working for Kiplinger's. For those who know who it is, a finance magazine. I asked her, well, like, where you get all this finance knowledge to write your articles? And they go, oh, we just go out and research it for a little bit and write an article. They don't know what they're really writing. So when you write those financial magazines, Money, Kiplinger's, I don't know if any of them are still around. I've read a magazine in a long ass time other than Wired. I barely just thumbed through it. Yeah, a lot of times they're just using all this prose. They don't know what they're doing, or I don't want to say that, but they're just going by some research that could be old. Look at this. They're talking about how high the interest rates at 7.1%. Interest rates are 7.45. Meanwhile, the asking prices jumped to 415, 925. Now this is supposed to be for data for April. Look at what our asking price is: 495 for a single family home, and it doesn't even say here if this is for single family or not. I'm assuming that it is. Reached record high for the actual sales price of 383. Ours is 465. Those, well, it's been a minute, but I'd have people call me up talking about they want one of those $50,000 homes. Yeah, that stuff doesn't exist. And by the way, the people who bought those homes for 50,000, those are the homes that have like 350, 400,000 people are selling right now. And it's just pushed these mortgage rates up where people can't afford them. It's just a combination of high prices, high interest rates, and they're just killing folks. I didn't share the audio. I'd probably like listen to this little video here going on. So this is also caught feeding into something else that's creating an issue. It's that locked in effect. So you have people who are not putting their houses on the market because they don't want to endure these high interest rates, especially if people got sub 3% loans. They're not doing any of that. So again, the majority of people who are selling is because of a major life event, like a death in the family, divorce. They got kids, and it's too many kids, like the little old lady who lived in the shoe of the Brady Bunch or something without the big house. And I'm still trying to figure out how they had a 4-bedroom house, including the maid's quarters, and they had like 6 kids in a 4-bedroom house, including the maid's quarters. Maid got their own room, but the kids had to share it 3 by 3 until Greg moved to the app. Then you had little cousin, whatever his name is, with the glasses move in. This is the one. So because these interest rates, for the typical American home, Americans must now have an average, let's have a household income of $106,000 a year. $106,000 a year. 4 years ago, you could buy a home if you had a family income of 59,000. That's pretty close to the national median. That's above the median and the average. So it is so much harder for people to get into homes. And this could be generational, because once you are not able to get into that home, you become a renter. And corporate America is creating a permanent renter class right now. I've talked about this. A lot of these homes are being bought up to be rentals, not to be turned back to the market. So it's going to hurt a lot of people in the long run. There isn't much more on that. I don't have anything, and because I had some kind of a internet outage for a minute or so, I was knocked offline, and my audience that was here is gone. It was actually a nice little audience for Friday, and I don't know why no one has come back or no one's popped in yet. So I'm hoping I'm even broadcasting. So I don't even know that. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here because I don't know if I'm even broadcasting. I will see you guys later. If you need anything, call, text, email. Information is down below. I would say in the info tab, I've realized they've taken the info tab away. So the info tab is now gone. But down below, call, text, email. Better yet, get on the calendar. I'll help you out, get you straightened out. See you guys another time. For tomorrow, not another time, for day 27 of 30.